Oh, hi.
Hi, 2.9 percent.
Porcento. Okay,
Mhm.
I don't even think that's really
No,
what it
it's
is.
not.
No, it's
Lo
not.
siento.
Okay, so guys, the book does this real dumb.
Yeah.
Okay, the only thing you need to remember is right there in that octagon. Is that a hexagon or an octagon? That's a hexagon, right?
Hex, hex.
Okay, so anyway, doesn't matter what shape it is. You need to know that over there.
Yep.
If you can remember that, you're good to go.
So how we say that is over of equals.
Percent over 100.
Got it.
Okay,
We're going to reference this
all
a
the time.
gazillion times.
Okay, so finding a percent using the percent proportion. That is the percent proportion.
There it
Is
is.
over of equals percent over 100. So what percent of 90 is 63? So I literally write it out every time.
I do too. It's like we're the same.
We have the same name. I had somebody in the lunchroom today call me Miss Witterson.
Oh my gosh, someone today said Miss Richardwit. I was like, oh, it's close. It's close. We're getting there. Okay.
Okay, is over of equals percent over 100. So now what we're going to do is we're going to pop those babies in there. So is 63, so that's my is. Of 90, that's my of. What percent is what I'm solving for, so I'm going to put my big fat X there.
And the 100 is always there. You always have the 100.
100's always, it's your anchor.
Got it.
Okay.
And then we do exactly what we've been doing this whole time.
Yeah.
So 63 times 100
6,300
equals
90x. And then divide.
I wish I knew this on the top of my head.
Me too. Well, I don't know.
I mean,
Oh, yes, I do.
Yeah,
It's
we
going to be
could-
70, I think.
Yeah.
Because 9 times 7 is 63.
Yeah.
Look at me using mental math. I'm terrible at mental math.
There you go. Ooh,
Okay,
done.
70. Do the next one. What percent of 90 is 54?
So I always like to just underline these. In this case, I'm highlighting them for you. But I like to just underline. Of goes with 90. Is goes with 54.
And then what percent is the what you're solving for? So is over of equals percent. I'm not. You don't have to rewrite it this time because you can see it up there. So 54 over 90, and then percent or
Percent
X,
is my unknown.
and then 100.
Yep.
So 90x equals 5400.
Hang tight. There we go.
Okay, and then we divide by 90. Let's see, what's 54 divided by 9?
Come on, Rich.
Well, is it 8? No, 7. I cheated on my times tables in elementary school. I'll tell you the story sometime. Ask me
Confession.
tomorrow if you want. Oh, so I'm really bad at 6s, 7s, 8s, and 9s.
60.
60. Like I said, I'm bad at mental math because I cheated. Never got me anywhere in life.
But utilize your tools. You got it.
I did.
Okay.
Okay. Finding a percent using the percent equation. What's the percent equation?
I don't know.
We're not doing it. We're doing is over of equals.
Percent over 100.
Right. I stopped mid deal. Okay. What percent? Oh, I know what the equation
I do
is,
too.
but don't use it.
Yeah.
Okay. So 76.5.
Right. Is my is.
Because that's what it is. 76.5
Over my
of 90 goes there.
What percent?
X.
And 100 is always there. Cross multiply. 76500.
No. 7650.
10. Yep.
Oh, the teeny bitty one.
Is
Divide by 90.
that what it sounded like in your head?
I can't do this in my brain. So 7650 divided by 90. Divided by 90. 85.
85. So just flip it, change it.
I'll rearrange it.
Got it.
Now, why is that such a big deal to you?
I don't know.
Okay,
X equals 85.
got it. Amazing.
Okay.
Okay, now we're going to find
A part.
a part. So
So?
we're not solving for the percent anymore. We can actually plug something in. So a sweater that normally costs $49.99 is on sale for 25% off. What is the sale price of the sweater? So instead of having to do a whole bunch of different work, we can do it all in one stop. So is over of percent over 100.
Got it.
Let's plug these babies in.
Okay. So what, it's asking what is the sale of the sweater?
Well, why don't we plug in the things we know?
Okay.
And leave the rest out.
Okay.
So
well, the
100 goes
100's
there.
Always there.
My percent is 25. Okay. I want to know what the sale price is.
Okay.
So that's my is. And then $49.99, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And because it says is right there.
Right.
And then it says, yeah, okay, good. So 100x equals, oh man, $49.99 times 25.
There we go. Whoa.
124,975.
1,249.75 cents.
And then divide by 100. So move that decimal over, or really do it. So it's going to be x equals,
Here?
yep, $12.50.
Yep.
50 cents.
Now, here's the trick. This is the price
Of the
discount.
discount.
So
That's right, because that's the amount they take off. That's the
Right.
25% off.
Right. So you need to go back to $49.99
Mhm.
and subtract your 25% off,
Which
we
was
just
that
found.
$12.50.
Yep.
You could all, should we say
Yeah.
that? Okay.
We'll do that on the next one.
Okay, we'll do that on the next one. What are you doing? Oh, minus $12.50. So that's 37.49. We could have done that in our head.
I know, but you were talking.
Okay. Okay. So here's
So
another.
are we good with that?
That's,
So when we just plugged in the 25% off,
then we had an extra step.
we found the discount, then we had to subtract that from the original amount.
Okay. So now here's how you do it a different way.
Different
it's
way.
well, it's the same way, just we're doing steps in a different order. So
Right.
a dress shirt that normally costs $38.50 is on sale for 30% off. What's the sale price of the shirt? So this time I want to know how much I'm actually paying for. If I'm not,
Okay.
if I'm getting 30% off, that means I have 70% that I have to pay for.
So we take 100%
Minus
minus the
30%.
30%.
And
So
that
you're
equals
paying for 70%
of the cost.
of the full cost.
So that's what I'm going to solve for right there, my percent. Then I'm going to put my X on top, because that's the amount, and then my $38.50 is the total.
There you go. So again, we just found how much we're actually going to pay of the total cost.
Mm-hmm.
You can do with what they gave you, but there's just that extra step there. Well, I guess there's an extra step
Yeah.
the way that we have it too.
We just did the subtraction before.
Yeah.
Why are you, oh, because
Well,
you need
because of
room.
our faces.
Oh, no, I forgot.
Oh no.
Okay, so why don't we just erase that work up there and do it there? Because they already have that written down.
Better.
Because if you
Is that a
don't,
little-
it's
is
gone.
that a little pet for your bow? that was. Okay, 100x equals
3850 times 70. I'll try to remember the
Okay.
numbers. 3850 times 70. I'm trying not to stare at the calculator because I look dumb when I do that. 26.95. And then divide by 100. Or do the decimal dance. Whoop, whoop.
shimmy shimmy.
Mm-hmm. 26.95.
Okay. So do I need to subtract this from the 38?
No, I already did the subtracting. So this is how much, this is 70% of the cost. This is what I'm paying. Boom. Cool. Finding a base.
Again, we're doing the same thing. As long as you remember is over of equals percent over 100.
100. It's probably pretty loud. I'm the banging.
Why is
Give
she
me
s-
back my medal.
Why is she so mad?
If anybody knows the movie that I just quoted, tell me.
I have no idea. I'm younger,
Seriously?
I'm younger than you, so
But you have little kids.
I have
It's
no
a
idea.
cartoon movie.
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, so here I just identified all my key terms.
Okay, so 77% goes in the percent spot.
Okay.
And I know that 100 goes on the bottom because it always goes there. It's my anchor. Is 77 goes where the is. Wow. That's
Whoa.
cool. And then of what number? No, we put an
Well,
X.
but shouldn't it? Well, okay.
We need to put an X there.
I know. I was looking at the mirrored image.
Oh, we're finding what number. So you can use X, you could use whatever number you want.
Okay.
Or letter. 77 times 100 is 7,700. And then 77x. I know the answer. Divide by 77. And we get 11, right? 110. Got it.
Okay.
Okay. What?
Ah!
There's a lot of information. Oh, okay.
Simple
So
and Bruce.
this is just your kind of conversion. Oh, I pert. You guys should remember that from last year because I remember helping kids with this last year.
I pert.
That's how they remembered it. I pert. I equals PRT.
Okay.
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 Okay. So we're going to use the simple interest formula. So we're just, anyway, it doesn't matter. Simple interest. So you deposit $650 in a savings account that earns simple interest rate of 5% per year. So it's, anyways, this is not compounded interest.
Okay.
So you're not, so ultimately the difference is you're not earning interest on your interest, which that your parents would understand, you probably don't understand. So this, you're just going to get 5% per year. You want to keep the money in the account for 5 years. How much interest will you earn? Check your answer for reasonableness. Okay.
Okay.
So interest equals PRT. The P is the principal.
And what's our principal?
Our principal was that $650, the original amount you did.
Okay.
The rate is R, and our interest rate is 5%. So
Oh.
we have to write it as a decimal. So we're going to write 0.05. Oh, and we're multiplying because all those letters smushed together are multiplying times the time, correct?
5 years.
5 years. Then you just multiply all that out, and you're going to get your interest amount. Oh boy, 650 times 0.05. Right? It's IPERT. You guys did that last year. I'm pretty sure that that's what you said.
Okay.
Anyway, so 162.50.
Well, you said it.
I did. Maybe I just made it up. I didn't. I'm pretty sure they did that in their classes last year. So the interest you would make over the 5 years is 162.50. Now, it's simple interest, not compounded. So there you go. So wow, that's a good amount of money. You'd have like
Yeah.
700
For doing nothing?
for just sitting there.
Yeah. Works for me.
Okay.
Do this? Check for reasonableness, or are we good?
Well, I mean, I think it's just asking, does that make sense? If
Okay.
I would have gotten a number that was like 1,000, well, that doesn't make any sense.
Right.
Because 1,000 is way too big for 5%.
Agreed.
Okay, lesson check. So,
So right on the top of your lesson check, I would write is over of equals percent over 100, and then get going on this.
and then you're good. Okay.
Whoa!
Oh, don't cross that out.
Okay.
Okay, we'll see you.
On the flip side.
Bye-bye.